All right, today we're going to talk about all of the ways that I've found to find great deals. So number one is wholesalers. A wholesaler is somebody who gets a contract written on a piece of property, they get it under contract, and they sell that contract and they make a markup on that contract. Wholesalers are great, but you have to know that they are not out there for you, they're out there for themselves. Lots of times they might not know what the actual rehab cost and the after repair value of the property could be. So do your own due diligence. Just don't believe anything they say and you'll be in good shape. Act like they don't know anything. It's going to be the best thing you could ever do. But we've bought a lot of great deals through wholesalers and it's worked out very well for us. But I've seen way more that are not good deals and actually are really bad deals, maybe priced more than they would be on the market. The other place is Facebook groups. Believe it or not, real estate investing Facebook groups have a lot of people in them and a lot of people that are looking for deals. I've actually found a few good deals on Facebook groups just by routinely asking, hey, who has this specific property type in this very specific area? You have to be specific. If you just go, I'm looking for a rental property, probably not going to be successful there. Another place that I found deals is Bigger Pockets. Bigger Pockets is probably the biggest real estate social networking platform in the world, and people do post deals there, but outside of that, you can just network with a lot of people who are going to have deals or know where deals are or have stuff they want to sell. Again, you're probably not going to get a ton from here because there's so many real estate investors on it, but the relationships are invaluable and you absolutely can find deals on there. Next one, lots of people know about this, is direct mail. So you can send out postcards or send out yellow letters or whatever you want to send out, asking people if they want to sell their homes. Direct mail works, it absolutely works. It works better if it's a little more targeted or if you just send a lot of them. We've had success with direct mail, but we had to mail the same place over and over and over. And you might mail a couple times, hey, nothing's happening. You have to be committed if you're going to use direct mail, and you have to be committed to do a lot of it for a long time. So it does work. You're probably going to get maybe a 1% response rate at best. Cold calling. So finding owners' numbers and just cold calling owners. That absolutely works too. But again, low response rate, and you need to be ready to call a lot of people and have a lot of people either hang up on you, tell you to never call them again, maybe in the off chance they're upset with you. But usually they're just going to say, hey, I'm not interested in selling my property, or hey, I'm not interested in selling my property right now, call back later. Very, very rarely are they going to say, the first time you call, oh my gosh, I've been waiting for somebody to call. I would love to sell you my property for a great price. Again, it's something where you need to do it consistently for a long period of time and do it at a reasonably high frequency. Driving for dollars or door knocking. Now this hasn't worked for me, but I know people who've bought properties driving around, they see a property in really rough shape, just go up and knock on the door and say, hey, I'm a real estate investor. I'd be interested in giving you an offer on your property. Are you interested in selling? You know, always just be kind. If they say no, walk away. It's okay. You'll have another chance to do it again, and maybe you'll be able to stay in contact with that person. That's a big piece of it. Make sure if they're not interested, that maybe they're interested in the future, and you keep in contact. The next one is PPC or pay-per-click. It can absolutely work. Again, you're gonna have to spend a little bit of money for this. So this is stuff like Google ads or those top couple bars when you search something on Google. I'm going to sell my house in Austin, Texas. And you're going to see a couple that are sponsored pop up. That's pay-per-click. And you're going to get a lot of people that just click on your ads not knowing what they are or thinking they're going to get something for free or a really high offer. But again, pay-per-click, it's a big numbers game. It absolutely works too. Something that works a little better than direct mail is just writing a handwritten letter to somebody who owns the property that you want to buy and mailing that to them in an envelope that's, again, hand addressed. I've had that work well. I actually found a property for my father doing that, and it probably has a better response, quite a bit better response rate than direct mail. Next way you can find properties is meetups. So going to meetups, again, you're meeting with other real estate investors. Of course, they're all looking too, but there's people in there who are going to have properties to sell. And if you can be specific and say, hey, I'm looking for exactly this in exactly this spot, Maybe you hit a nerve with somebody and they say, hey, I've got that, I want to sell it. So make sure you can be specific with all this stuff. Unless you're doing the broader marketing like direct mail, pay-per-click, you might be able to have a little wider audience there. The next one, and honestly, probably the best one that I've found, is the MLS. So the multiple listing services where every realtor lists their property. Really, that's people raising their hand and say, hey, I want to sell. I'm ready to make a deal. Let's make it happen. Of course, a lot of these people, the numbers aren't going to work for you as an investor, but every so often, the offers you make get accepted. We have had quite a few properties that we've bought. Probably half of the rental properties, let's say the 50 some odd that I've purchased, have come off the MLS. And a lot of them have been great deals. A lot of times you get it under contract, you find a lot wrong with it later, you renegotiate through the inspection period, then you're good to go. But a lot of times these are some of the best deals you're gonna find. Just because they're listed on the MLS publicly does not mean they're a bad deal. Maybe they're not listed correctly, or maybe they just didn't take great pictures. A lot of the times we find properties, whether it's a duplex listed as a single family home, or let's say a duplex with 2 pictures. One of the best deals I bought here in Austin had 1 picture of the front of the house, 1 picture of the front of the side of the house. That was it. Best deal I bought it for $345,000. It's now worth about $600, maybe $650. So you can find great deals on the MLS. Don't overlook the MLS. Use all of these strategies. Use as many as you can. You want as many lead sources as you can when you're looking for rental properties. If you have any questions, be sure to reach out, jordan.moorhead@kw.com, and I'll tell you all about the off-market deals that we're finding here right now.